What's going on, guys? Unexpected live stream. I know. But I've been napping most of the day, and it's around 3 o'clock. So I was like, you know what? Let me do it now. Waiting for people to come in. Okay, so Shalom, brother. Thank you for stopping by, bro. May peace be with you. What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. So today we're gonna be in this book right here. What's up? What's good, my righteous brother? I'm bringing a sword for 2020. Well, what do you? That kind of caught me off guard, the 2020 thing. But yeah, okay, okay. That's not when the new year starts, though. That's why I paused like that. But okay, I could respect it. Okay. But yeah, we're gonna be in this book right here. It's called Heart-Centered Living. It's by the same author of Jesuit Channelings and Christ Within. DNA. These camps are not Israelites. Listen, bro. I already told you my perspective on that, bro. Like, I don't want to. I'm not gonna get into the other extreme. People be like, "Oh, only this one are Israelites, and all these aren't," and you're kind of doing the same thing. So I don't do stuff like that. I already explained to you how I feel about DNA and stuff. I use it, but I look at prophecy more than anything. So that's my thing. Well, we're gonna get to it. We're gonna wait like one more minute. Bring knowledge, not fingers. Not fingers. What you mean? You need to understand how it works. That's how the Most High drained his chosen. No, it's not, bro. The Most High does not work. He's not gonna allow people to find who his children are through the white man's science, bro. That's not true. And I already, no one can answer me. What makes DNA mutate, right? They can't answer the fact that haplogroups do mutate after you've been in the same environment as a totally other group of people for a while. It all forms into the same one. So that's not necessarily true. But you're entitled to your opinion. Pointing fingers at others, saying who's who. Yeah, bro, like I don't do stuff like that. You know, I don't talk about people as individuals. I judge by the spirit in all things. DNA is not white man science. It's on the walls of Egypt. That's not what I meant. I said haplogroups is the white man science, not DNA. I understand why DNA is a thing, but I'm not using their science to quantify it, to explain it. Like, plus, you said that 65% of African Americans are E. That's, who told you that? Anyway, I don't use that stuff to say who is who. I don't do stuff like that. So you're entitled to your opinion. That's cool. Just bring light, knowledge, awareness. Yeah, bro, and like you have to connect people's tribes and stuff. Like you can't just say that like all these people are one thing. Like that's not true. It's not true. Edom's is haplogroup E too. Edom's our twin brother. Edom's also J. He's our twin brother. So obviously we're gonna be the same. We're gonna have the same thing. So Nah, that's false, bro. I'm just letting you know. But anyway, I'm not talking about that today. Today, we focus on building our knowledge and getting closer to the Most High, getting close to Mother Earth and whomever else. You know, that's what we do, man. So for those who are just getting in, again, I'm in this book. It's called Heart Centered Living. I haven't made a PDF of it yet, but I will in the future. And we're going to be talking about the earth. We're going to be talking about the earth. Actually, before I begin, I wanted my sister to actually um, explain something that she's been going through. This like almost like metamorphosis. No, you don't want to. That's personal. No, that's not what I meant. I'm talking about like you have a need to like to go back to your like your people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that a little bit before I start?
What you want me? You mean I just feel the need to see my people. You know, like to be around the Most High, and I miss something that I haven't seen. It's like my soul misses it, like my ancestors, sort of thing,
So
and like
wow, you guys hear that? Can you say it a little louder?
yeah. So my soul just feels like I just miss my ancestors, even though I haven't seen them. It's almost like like a build up since I was a kid. I always had an affinity toward like the land in Japan,
Okay.
and wanting to have structure and peace and how I feel like it's supposed to be. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So she's feeling a lot more like a
Ow.
stronger calling to want to come back to who she is, and that's just an interesting thing, man. It really is because I've heard a lot of people say the same thing. I've said the same thing. So we're gonna wait, hold up. Heart center living, Mama Spirit, exactly, and we're gonna be in chapter 22 and page 217. I am the voice of Earth. I salute you in joy. I am pleased about the connection we are making. You are my child, and at the same time, you are my parent. I am your mother, and you are my keeper and caretaker. You have been born from my womb. I enabled your soul to take material form in a physical body. You came forth from my hand of clay, and in my hand you are still cherished. It is my continuing desire to guard and nurture you with love and encouragement. Feel my presence in and throughout your body. We are not separate. I communicate with you through your body. Let me help you relax in this very moment. Let go of any tension in your head, your neck, your shoulders. A warm shower of gentle earth energy now releases you from all the thinking and worrying that you humans are so used to doing. I'm here to tell you that you are fine just the way that you are. My energy feels warm and familiar, with a spark of humor. Let me flow through your heart, your belly, your legs, and your feet. Let me touch the ground through you. Recognize your kinship with me. We are one. The great secret of life on earth is that all that lives is one at the core. All rocks, the rocks, the plants, the animals, and the humans are connected by a web of consciousness that encompasses all beings. All of nature is silent, aware of this. It is only the humans who seem to have forgotten, surrounded by a multitude of life forms. All consciousness, or all conscious at some level, they're feeling lonely and lost in the universe. This is tragic, though not without meaning or purpose. Humanity has embarked upon an adventure, and forgetting what was part of the journey. Sweet human child, you have not made a mistake in the ordinary sense of the word. You have been plunged into a great adventure, once when you departed home. So, as this is saying, man, we truly are connected to all living life forms, and we need to think like the earth, be on the same wavelength that the earth is on. And the same way how all of her actions, They include all beings on this earth. And all of our actions should be the same thing. All of our actions should be centered on how do I fit? How does this action fit within the whole flow of the universe? Now it's kind of hard to do that because we don't have enough context to be able to do a lot of that. We're not the earth, we're not all knowing, all seeing. We are a slave to our perceptions. So we can only go as far as we can see. And that's precisely why we really shouldn't make assumptions and we shouldn't make hasty conclusions, because that only leads us to doing things that are not on the same wavelength, on the same vibration as everything on the earth. We're not in the oneness of the earth if we're acting outside of that vibration, outside of that energy. The best way that you can be back aligned with the earth is by doing what she asks of you, right? And that's kind of what grandmothers teaches. It teaches a lot of these different things, how you can be on the same frequency with the earth, with the elements and stuff like that. You know. So, but that's for another video. We'll re-talk about the suggestions. What is it? The guidances of happy living.
Yeah.
And those are the 7, right?
Yeah.
And then there are 10 suggestions of something.
I think so.
Yeah. Let me see. Home is not a place. It is a primary sense of safety, a natural beingness, without questioning yourself or worrying where you're going and what it is all for. Shalom, beloved family worldwide of the Most High Light. May the Most High peace be with you all. Thank you for stopping by, bro. All the blessings and peace to all of you guys. May the angel of peace reside in your stomachs, and come forth into a big warm smile, uh, you know, during our fellowship today. Home is a state of consciousness, a place in your spirit where you feel safe and free, a place, a place of peace and quiet. Home is not up there in heaven, nor does it reside in past or future. Home is in your heart. You guys hear that? Home is right here. Home is right here. You can already go home. You just have to be able to, I don't know, clear everything out. Like, you have an inherent connection to home because you have the spirit of the Most High in you. So you can channel the heavens within. The kingdom is within. When you clean yourself up and you're living a really holy life, you already are in heaven. Yeah, your body, your physical is going through hell, but your spirit's in heaven. You know, when you fully accept it, when you fully embrace it. It's powerful stuff. All praise to the Most High. Shalom, family. Thank you for stopping by, sister. Home is not up there in heaven, nor does it reside in past or future. Home is in your heart. You left home the moment you forgot you are one with everything around you. When you started to believe you were separate from everyone else, that you were independent and anonymous. Oh yeah, what's that word? Autonomous? What the heck is that? I don't know. You lost the self-evident sense of connectedness that all beings of nature unconsciously possess. That you started to experience fear and loneliness. So the lack of knowledge that we are one with all the beings on this planet, all the beings in the universe, that there is a certain sense of oneness, right? Even with people who you perceive to be your enemy, right? Unless they're clones and Nephilim, you share a sense of oneness with them too, right? Even with your greatest enemies. You know, a brother, you guys saw it in the community tab, like how he's getting the police called on him by his mother and stuff. That's not a person who understands the oneness that is within all things. I'm not saying that I don't know his situation, I don't know her situation, right? But one thing I do know is that there's just a certain boundary that you're not going to cross, right? If you truly believe in the oneness of all things, right? You're like certain people, they don't know understand the oneness. So if a cat comes and I don't know, like crawls on their food or something, they'll beat the hell out the cat. And I'm just like, whoa. But that person doesn't understand the oneness, that that cat is part of the Most High. It's part of them. It's part of their mother, their father, their children, right? It's a living being with the breath of the Father in it, the breath of the Holy Spirit in it, the breath of the Messiah in it. So you want to do anything like that if you truly understood that. And that's why I said, no matter how you slice it, to act like that is wicked. That's not right, right? There's a certain boundary that you just don't cross, right? You just don't cross that boundary. And when we live like that after a long enough time, we're just gonna feel lonely. We're gonna feel estranged from the Most High. You know, Kia ori, brother, ko rangi nui, raua ko papa, tunuku, average teenager heights, 10 years old, 6'2". I don't know what any of that meant, bro, but may peace be with you. I don't know what any of that meant. No, I'm not even gonna hold you. But let's continue. The experience of forgetfulness and getting lost marks both your great strength and your great vulnerability. The very possibility of disconnecting yourself from all pervading oneness and deeming yourself independent from the web of life shows that you have strongly forced consciousness, which is a creative force. Your consciousness was so strong and dynamic that it wanted to transcend the boundaries of what was self evident. To discover and experience the self evident as such, you first have to disconnect from it. You're probably saying, you don't know what you got till it's gone. You had to forget the truth before you could truly and consciously know it. You had to leave home to recreate it within your own hearts. Your consciousness had to turn itself inside out in order to understand what and who you are. This turning inside out created the illusion of separation and fear. It leads to a wrong image of reality, but it also shows your great creative power. Now, this is eerily similar to what it has said in the scriptures regarding being tried by fire and, you know, being turned into like a shiny piece of gold and stuff like that. We never really left home, but it was the knowledge that we thought that we left home, right? It was the Christian church, the abominable church, teaching us that, one day we're going to return to the sky, but right now we're in hell. That's not necessarily true. You know, once we understand, like, that's why knowledge, like, when you lose knowledge, it's like being in captivity, because when we have the knowledge that, hey, like, it doesn't really matter what we do, we're going to be loved, right? We're going to be connected to the Most High. We already have the Most High. We're already in heaven. We decide heaven or hell. We decide all these things. You know, love is unconditional. We don't need to work for it. We already have it. Now we just have to accept it. That's what it's about. Life is about accepting the Most High's love. It's not about gaining it, right? And that's what the church has pretty much lied to people and told people. It's told people that pretty much the Most High's love is conditional, right? That's not necessarily true. But to lose this knowledge is to be in captivity. Because when we think love is conditional, that's when we're going to be their slave. It's really that simple. Like, that's like money, right? People, they kill each other over money, over a piece of paper, because they tell you that it has worth, that it has value, but it doesn't really have value. It doesn't really have value. That's just what they tell us. But because, we lack the knowledge of knowing that, hey, like, hey, this is our land, and they have pretty much taken everything and then given us this currency system that means nothing, we're going to be fighting and killing over it, right? But when we have the knowledge that, hey, this doesn't mean anything and this is our land, they got to get off. Now we're not going to be fighting over that stuff. And now we're no longer their slaves. You understand? That's why knowledge is power. And to lose that knowledge, they can lie to us and tell us anything. Tell us who the Most High is when that's not who he is. You feel me? Shalom, family. Shout out to you, Faye Israel. All praise to the Most High. Hope everything is going well, but if it hasn't yet, it will. It will. Spiritual cleansing through each energy sphere, like the tree of life the Zohar speaks of. In a sense, I have to look into that. But thank you for sharing that, bro. Father Hayah breathes life into your Hawa. Mama security with proper inhale, exhale, exit hell. Oh, that's interesting. Sorry, brother. Rush spelling in a rush. Um, I just don't know what any of that stuff means. But shout out to you, bro. Let me continue though. Whoa, I lost my spot. Okay. I do not have that kind of creative power. I do not create like you. I will give you an example to illustrate this. When a human holds a flower in their hand and really admires it, something happens to the flower. If you had etheric eyes, you would see a flow of light going to the flower, absorbed by all her cells. The flower will gain in life force and beam even more. Humans can give life force to plants and powers by their appreciation and admiration. Wow, guys, did you hold on. Do you know what I had like the feeling of? My sister said this and then it resonated with me. But she was like, we should work out with the watchers. And that's what I've been doing. I've been growing my relationship with the sister right here, the friend. And I pretty much I work out with her. I literally work out with her.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I work out with this rock right here.
No, I'm confused. What are you talking about?
Because what the book just said, it said that we can pretty much. Let me read it. Let me read it again. Let me read it again. Humans can give life force to. Humans can give life force to plants and flowers by their appreciation and admiration. So I'm showing my appreciation and admiration to this rock. I'm building a relationship with this rock. You know, it's been there with me in our father's house, and it's been here with me now. Now it's even helped me exercise and get back in shape and stuff. That's what I mean. You know, like, and I can feel like a spirit of happiness from the rock, like me doing stuff like that, because all of the watchers they truly are like women pretty much, and you know how women get when they get appreciated and stuff. You know, they get all giddy and stuff like that. Well, that's
You don't be spending no time with me.
I'm working on videos, bro. You can't get upset with me.
I'm upset, but today.
All right. Anyway, let me see. The flower receives this energy and treats it like food. Whoa! We are giving food to the watchers when we're telling them, you know, I don't know anything, bro. Like, I don't know. Like, you're looking nice today. Like, I don't know. What's up? Okay. Yeah, so that's why like the natives they would talk to the trees, talk to the water, talk to their plants when they're gardening and stuff like that. Like, you know, you're gonna grow up and be really prosperous. You're gonna be a great use to me. Like that's what they would do, even in the harshest environments of how to plant and stuff like that. Their crops would still grow because they understand that everything has a spirit. Everything has a spirit. So this is very crazy. Again, I didn't read this yet. Like I just like you know what? We're gonna keep digging on these lessons of the earth and stuff like that. But yeah, let's continue. The spiritual food will reinforce the flower's self-awareness and thereby make it more lovely and strong. In this manner, humans can inspire nature and help it gain in self-awareness. My or nature's power is not to create, but to receive. I receive and pass on. I receive energies from the cosmos, from the sun, and from the planets, from the realm of humanity. I transform and let these energies take form in an earthly way. I am a big transformer of energies. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh. This is what feminine energy is. It is to transform something, to take something and be able to make it better, grander. Like that's what it does, right? It's not necessarily a creative energy. That's where we come along, right? Because again, our souls are masculine, our bodies are feminine. So each one of us are creators and stuff like that. Men probably have a stronger creator spirit because they're men, right? But both of us still have a masculine soul. Is that making sense? So we're all creators.
Women, it said in the book of Romans, women can't do it as the same as men, and when women are,
Say it louder, please.
It said in the book of remembrance that women can't do it as the same as
Do
men.
what?
Um, like when it comes to getting the conjuring things from the earth or something like that. I don't know.
You mean telling the earth what to do?
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, listen. Yeah, pretty much. But it said that it's stronger when a woman married and stuff, right? When she's doing her righteousness and stuff. To
Yeah.
like, yeah, cause she's promoting her husband's like vision of righteousness. She's like,
So that means that the man's vision is like double amplified through his wife and through the watchers and the elements and stuff like that.
yeah,
So yeah, that's pretty much what it is. And when you read the book, it talks about that. Like men are supposed to be the objects of creation, and that's why we're supposed to be very responsible. Like it's not up to it's up to a man not to abuse his power, not for a woman to take over the reins when a man's messing up. No, a man just shouldn't mess up. That's just what it should be. It's not about, well, they take over when the man isn't being a man. No, the man just needs to be a man. There's no excuses for that. That's what they were made to do. So I understand that people like they get caught up in stuff like that. But no, that's how the earth is actually supposed to be. But yes, even women can still create. They can still be creators. They're not as strong creators as men are in that regard, but you know, they still have the ability to do that. They're more so supposed to talk to the elements, and have a strong relationship with them, right? That's what they're more so supposed to do. Women. Speaking life into all things is righteous, and it will come back to bless you twelvefold. Wow, you see? Hey, that's why we should, if we can get up in the morning, talk to the elements, get like do a full walk around and tell them, like,
tell them what's going on
yeah,
in our
it's,
life and stuff.
tell them what's going on in our life and stuff. Yeah, exactly. Because they don't necessarily like they watch it, but if you speak to them, that gives them that experience. Like this just said, Rangi Nui Skyfather, Patu Punak wait, Pata Nuan Nuku, our mother, Ta Men Ha Huta, father guardian of forest, biggest tree is called Ti To Tara, Nui O Tani, Mama. Okay, okay. Thank you for sharing that, bro. Appreciate that. Shalom, shalom, brethren and sistrins. Thank you for stopping by, brother. Blessings and peace to you. All right, let's continue. I give and receive, but I do not create like you humans are able to. I am the flower who gathers your light and beams it back to you. Wow. Wow. I, in all my realms of nature, admire your creative power. Sorry. Through your creative consciousness, I am able to grow in awareness. As you lose track of the self evident, I can remember you of it and thereby become more conscious of myself. Because at this stage of your journey, you feel homeless and lonely. You are starting to long for unity and connectedness again. This longing leads to growth in consciousness among humans. The realm of nature benefit from this. They grow with you. They're becoming more uh, consciously aware of themselves. As you become more conscious of the unity and connectedness between all that lives, you become the keepers and teachers of the nature realms on earth. As I told you, I am your parent, but I am also your child. I want to learn from you and share in your experience so that I myself acquire experience and raise my awareness. And this is very consistent with how the natives look at Mother Earth, at Pachamama. You know, they view her as something that needs to be protected, but something that also protects them. So, yeah, she kind of is like a child and a mother at the same time, right? She needs our protection, she needs our love, the same way we need her protection and love. It's a symbiotic relationship. Reminds me, our creator is framer and the shaper. My grandma always speaks into her plants and shows them love, and they grow in the craziest weather. Yeah, man, I already know, bro. I already know. A lot of our people did that, and they can't understand how these people are, growing their stuff. They can't understand how they're growing their stuff uh so abundantly on such a desolate land. But this is how they have a relationship with the earth. Continuing, home is a state of consciousness, a place in your spirit where you feel safe and free, a place of peace and quiet. Wait, did I read that already? Yeah, I did. My bad. Do not be ashamed of being a human. Being a human is something grand. Humans are great forgetters, but also the creators of new paths in consciousness. You are masters at opening up unexplored territory. You are pioneers. See that? We create our reality on this earth, on this earthly plane, right? That's what the book remembers also says, that that's one of the two decrees of creation, that he's allowed man to, decide the fate of the earth based on their intervention of agency, right? So whatever actions we want to take place will happen, whether they're good or bad. But bad doesn't really have any real power. It only has limited power because, Satan is going to be locked up eventually. So it doesn't really matter how much power they gain. It's always going to flip back on them. You want to say something?
But I think I was gonna read to you. It talked about something similar, but not like that. But I'll read to you later.
Okay. That's why. Excuse me. That's how women are child, and or mother at the same time. Mama Earth is super strong and alive. Hey, she gets more disrespected than any form of creation, in my opinion. I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree with that. She is heavily disrespected, but we're getting back to it. You see, Big Judah, he shared something in a book. I think like the sound vibrations and stuff like that. It was a long time ago, but you only need a certain amount of people on the same wavelength to change the whole course of the earth. So no matter how many people are disrespectful and wicked, as long as there's a remnant, there's a righteous remnant, we can change the whole world. So it's fine. That's why I'm not even worried about what everyone else is doing at this point. I'm just like, okay, how can I be on the same uh frequency that the Most High wants me to be on, that the earth wants me to be on, and how can I help other people to get on that same frequency? That's my goal right now. I'm not even worrying about everyone else. Yeah, 8K, yeah, I remember that. And I'm happy you remember that too. 8,000 is nothing, bro. Now, to beat 8,000 doing this, that's kind of like, yeah, but 8,000 in general in comparison to supposedly 8 billion people, like that's crazy. Hmm, that's the balance. Yes, it is. It is the balance. Let's continue. Humans have received the gift of free will. They are able to disconnect from the whole and steer their own course. They can create new realities based on their desires, dreams, and intentions. This freedom has been granted to man because in the heart of the cosmos there is faith in humanity. There is much fear, anger, and stubbornness in humans. In the past thousands of years, humanity has explored the extremes of pain, destruction, and suffering. Yet, deep within the cosmos, there is still faith in humanity, faith in you. Being human can lead you to become entangled in persistent illusions of fear and greed for power. Yet, there is also a great promise in the heart of humanity. The moment humans remember the oneness and connectedness of all being, they themselves become divine, loving beings who elevate life all around them and inspire it to grow in self consciousness and self realization. You see, when I disagree with people now, I just think, you know what? That person is just, they just need, a nudge in the right direction. So I try to pray for them instead of getting upset, right? I'm just like, you know what? We are the same. I just decided to go in a different path, but we're the same. So I'm gonna ask the Most High to steer you in that direction. If you have the humility to accept the Holy Spirit's call, because just because I pray for you, that doesn't mean that it'll work if you are not willing to accept it, because we all have free will. But that's what I try to do now. Understanding what you're putting down, my fellow. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. Now this is a very powerful thing that I'm reading right here. I'm not gonna lie. Um, Being human can lead you to become entangled in persistent illusions of greed, of fear, and greed for power. Yet there is also a great promise in the heart of humanity. The moment humans remember the oneness and connectedness of all being, they themselves become divine. I already read this, but I'll read it again. Loving beings who elevate life all around them and inspire it to grow in self consciousness and self realization. Human beings have a type of consciousness that can give a powerful evolutionary impulse to all living beings on Earth. I am waiting for you. I, Earth, and the realms of rock, plant, and animal, of air, fire, water, and earth are waiting for you. We wait for your awakening. If you awaken, your collective consciousness will lift us to a new level of consciousness. We do not wait passively. We are reaching out to you. You see that? We are reaching out to you.
It said that in that other book. It said in that book with the tree, you know, the tree book?
Yeah.
It said the guy, he was like fasting and stuff, and because he was trying to find enlightenment. But he didn't find enlightenment until he realized that everyone and everything was connected and stuff.
Exactly. That was that story of Buddha, right?
Yeah, I think so,
It
yeah.
was. Yeah, once he understood that everything was connected, that's when he found enlightenment. Let me see. We need to build physically too, into her, Earth. What do you mean? I have an avocado tree growing in my house. It's 20 outside right now. Wow. Are you kidding me? Damn. Damn, that's Pachamama though, bro. Humans were cursed with amnesia. Western world says we have four seasons. In my culture, Maori, we actually have six. Six?
Six what?
Six seasons. What are the six? Yeah, what are the six seasons, bro? Grow your food, grow food all year round. But you're also from like the Pacifics, bro. Like your land is real fertile and stuff. But I want to hear what those six seasons are. I'm interested. Let's continue. Um, I keep losing my spot, bro. Oh, if you awaken, your collective consciousness will lift us to a new level of consciousness. We do not wait passively. We are reaching out to you. We can help you remember who you are. Do you guys hear that? They're helping us remember who we are. That's why all these people are getting called, right? This is why I've said whatever land that people feel an affinity to, that's probably where they're from.
Oh, like when I saw that tree thing.
Yeah, when my sister saw the Arbel del Tool in Mexico, like she started crying and all this, bro. That was crazy. She started weeping. It was just like, what's going on with you? That's crazy. But anyway, we can help you remember who you are. The rocks crying out to us. Remind you that you are safely held by powers who transcend the human ego and and have your best interest in mind. We long to embrace you. Tune into nature and feel that you are allowed to fall back into the unconditional safety of being itself. You need not fret and stress so much to get your life together. Let life itself take care of it. There's a rhythm and wisdom inherent in nature, which is communicated to you through your body and feelings. You are used to thinking much and basing your actions on your thinking, but the flow of feeling inside you often points to another direction. And man, there's been many, many times where I get a hunch, right? And like I let other people's you know, how should I say? Yeah, their opinions really influence me, right? And tell me that, oh, you no, 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 you're wrong about that, brother. You're wrong. And I'm okay, maybe I'm wrong. And then I let a few months pass and I come circle back to it and I'm like, no, I wasn't. No, I wasn't.
It's true.
That happens so very often. So you don't have to listen to anyone's opinion. You don't have to listen to my opinion. My opinions are my opinions. At the end of the day, that's why I said no matter how many precepts I give you, no matter how much research I show you, this is all my perspective and my opinion. Why? Because how people's brains work, we're looking to conclude things, to give it a label. And just because I give you all this information, that doesn't mean that's what it is. That's just how I see it. I don't give precepts a lot of the times because this is one thing. I realize that people aren't like if they're not going to listen, they're not going to listen. So it really doesn't matter if I show them it in a book or not. There have been many times I show people scriptures and grandmothers that say, "Hey, like this is what it says." And they still have their own opinion. So I'm like, "All right, so if I don't say it and just say, "All right, this is my opinion," then I don't know, maybe that might get them to, you know, believe it more when they see it for themselves. I don't know. But just one thing I realized, man, that people are going to believe what they want to believe, and I don't really want to influence people to believe what I believe. I'd much rather you find it on your own. That's kind of what I prefer. But let me see. I mean, like build your own community with Mama Earth. Yeah, we definitely have to build our own community with her so that we can develop, these different places where she can be proud of, that the Most High can be proud of, right? Definitely, it's your spirit telling you what's actually right, and it could be from the Most High. It usually is from the Most High. It usually is. You know, like I'll be saying one thing out my mouth because I know it's politically correct, but I know it's wrong. I know it's wrong, and I'm just like, nah, like what's wrong with this, right? What's wrong with this? So now I'm just like, you know what? To hell with it. I'm gonna speak my mind, and I don't care what people think. That's the best way to live. And when you see it and say all this, it should create a sort of spark for your own journey. And we come together if the Most High willing, which is happening right now. If people believe, they don't have faith. If people believe, they don't have faith or a sense of knowing. What do you mean by
She
that?
mean a comma. I think she meant to put a comma there.
I don't know, but I understand what he's saying
Maybe
in
what
general.
you're saying.
Shalom. Thank you for stopping by. All praise to the Most High for you joining us today. Let me see. Um, where was I? I keep losing my spot, bro. Give me a second, guys. All right, let's just start from here again. Tune into nature and feel that you are allowed to fall back into unconditional safety of being itself. You need not fret and stress so much to get your life together. Let life itself take care of it. There is a rhythm and wisdom inherent in nature which is communicated to you through your body and your feelings. You're used to think much and basing your actions on your thinking, But the flow of feeling inside you often points to another direction. Feelings come within, and thinking often comes from the outside. Often there is a conflict between what you feel deeply within and what you think you ought to do or be inside the outside world. I invite you to trust your feelings more and let the voice of your heart speak openly. See, all that's why that whole like political correct culture is real wicked, bro. Because all it's doing is, you're silencing, you're quenching the Holy Spirit because she's trying to talk, and you're just saying things that might not hurt people's feelings. That's why, like, I don't like nowadays. I just don't care. I'm just like, listen, I'm gonna tell you the truth, whether you like it or not. You could be upset with me, you could unsubscribe. It is what it is, bro. Like, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. Like, I'm not gonna hold back because I'm not going to, you know, make the earth feel like she's wrong because you're insecure. Like, it's not gonna happen, bro. It's not gonna happen, and it shouldn't happen with any of you guys. Be free. Free yourself from other people's opinions. Stop caring about what other people think, right? Let people stand on their own too. This is a no narc zone. This is a no narc zone, no narcissist zone. Let people stand on their own too. That's how we get powerful connection back to Hawaii, our ancient land before the flood, center of Remuria. There is Hawaii, there was Hawaii, vanished, Atlantis, and Remuria had nuclear war. Yeah, you're talking about Mu, right? That was definitely part of our land. That's also talking about Eden, right? That was part of the Garden of Eden. It was connected, pretty much connected to all the Pacific Islands and even connected to the Americas. So yes, that was the whole land of Eden. Continue. Sorry, a little sloppy, but I'm kind of going as you speak. Okay, okay, no problem. This was recommended in I don't know what that says, but ancient Turkey. That's exactly what I was saying. Thinking is believing. Faith is more of a spiritual feeling. Using your heart, it is. It is. It's just like just following what direction you feel like you're supposed to go in, not necessarily the direction you think you have to go in, right? Because many times where I didn't do things that were logical, but that gave me like the best course of action. Like, and I use those things as as a testament of my faith. Leaving my father's house with no money, no job, no nothing, a useless master's degree, and nothing. I didn't know how the Most High was gonna take care of me, right? I didn't, but I just knew that hey, like I'm not supposed to be here anymore, so I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna let the Most High take care of me. And I've had many ups and downs in my journey, you know, but I know that if I didn't follow my heart and I just did a bunch of thinking, that I don't know where I'd be. I had to have so much faith on my journey, guys. Like earlier, for pretty much the whole last year, I was just stressed out, and I only told a little bit of what I was going through, but I was really stressed, man. And all I can say is all praise to the Most High for putting me through that and giving me such wisdom, to where I can share it with others, and share with them how wonderful the Most High is, because these trials and stuff, they're not really coming from him. They're coming from Semi Haza. They're coming from so-called Satan, but he's using them to make me strong, right? That's kind of how it works, and I'm just thankful. Okay. Concretely, you do this by giving more attention to the signals your body is sending you. Your body is an extraordinary rich instrument. It is not a mere shell, a material frame you cloak yourself in. Your soul manifests itself in and through the body. Through the body, your soul speaks to you much more directly than through your thoughts. Wow. Your body speaks to you directly more than your thoughts. That's crazy. They call that intuition or something, right?
Yeah.
So the brain is the trap, and the heart is the spirit that guides you with guides. Excuse me. Whoa, guides you with the Most High. Well, it just needs to be a balance, because The brain is like the spirit realm, and the heart is like the flesh. So there needs to be like a balance. Like they need to be aligned pretty much. That's a great point you brought up, bro. Thank you for bringing that up, so I can articulate it better. Um, if your body is telling you to turn left, and your brain's like, well, which one should I turn, right or left? Turn left, right? That's how it works. You have to choose what both your body and your brain is telling you, right? That's how you do it. Because and the reason why your brain will tell you different things is because the spirit realm does not just have good entities in it. It has wicked entities too. The Most High will send you a dream, and then Satan will send you a dream. Now you have to figure out which one is which. Usually, you use your heart to do that.
You can usually tell.
Yeah, but you need intuition because if you overthink it,
It's
then
true.
you might think, okay, but that this is the logical thing. Like it can't be that because that's not really logical. Well,
So
that you've
basically,
already fallen for the trap,
as
pretty
an
much.
example, I had that dream with the willow tree thing where I was being protected by the earth and being called by the earth, and then him Mata showed me that I'd be protected. And then like right after, I had like the other dream of um being in like this apartment building sort of thing where it reminded me of like the apartment I was in, structure my house or something, and everyone was supposed to be like just confined and restricted, and I wouldn't have many resources.
Okay, so let me explain this for her. So she got two dreams, right? The one dream, it was pretty much her getting chased away, right? Because they had all these vaccine mandates, but she the dream let her know that she would be protected. Like she hid in a willow tree, and she felt protected by this willow tree in one dream. So that dream was going pretty much telling her everything was gonna be okay. Then another dream came and pretty much like showed her locked in this apartment with a bunch of different people, and they were gonna start hunting her down and stuff like that. So which one is real? Which one is fake? That's kind of what I'm talking about. So your brain is one aspect, your body's another. They need to be aligned because both of them won't lie to you, right? Sometimes your body will lie to you because, you know, it talk like Paul. He talks about the flesh, and you know, you have to take control of the flesh as well. There just needs to be balance, pretty much, right? For example, your body might say that you're hungry, and there's a piece of pig, or like roasted pig. Your body's gonna be like, oh, well, I'm hungry, so let me eat that. But your brain is gonna be like, no, that's wicked. I can't do that. So they have to be aligned. That's kind of what I'm talking about. You know, that was a great thing you brought up, though. Thank you for that, bro. Trial by fire, exactly, exactly. You create your own yantara. When the left ear gets heavy, what is yantara? What is that, bro? Overthinking kick my butt. Overthinking kicks everyone's butt, bro. It kicks everyone's butt. Trust me. Trust and believe, bro. Trust and believe. Overthinking kicks everyone's butt, bro.
Man, if I overthought like leaving school, I was just like, I prayed. I'm like, is it you keeping me here or am I keeping me here? I'm like, no, man, forget this place. I was like,
Exactly. See, overthinking. Usually that's Satan because the Most High, he's very concise. He's very clear with his messages, right? I don't know. It's hard because he muddies everything. He makes it where you don't know what's up and down, right and left, right? Sometimes, but you know it, and that's why usually you regret overthinking. Why? Because you know that you knew the answer. That just came to me right there. Like usually when people are upset with themselves for overthinking, they're upset because they knew what they were supposed to do.
yeah,
Damn.
man, I miss Matu my whole soul. I miss him so much,
Hmm.
and I feel like I just do.
Brain is the programmer, body is the computer, heart is the engine. All is one, pretty much. Much needed balance and alignment. That's why we have to be eating right because when we're also, guys, there's another thing. When we're not eating right, our bodies can lie to us too. Because When we eat certain things, we're actually giving demons the ability to inhabit our flesh and influence our flesh. But when we're eating things of the earth, right, then our spirit and our body's going to be aligned with the earth. We have a much clearer head. We don't have what they call brain fog and stuff like that. So, yeah, eating right is so important. Eating right, exercising, clearing your mind, like just being in silence, just silence, right? Think of nothing but silence for like an hour a day. Clear your head. Stuff like that goes a long way. Don't eat the swine, bro. Hell nah. Like, I'm not eating stuff like that.
Swine don't touch blessed lips like mine.
We just thought about that?
Yeah.
My sister says swine don't touch blessed lips like mine. That was funny.
You're funny. You okay? No, you're actually very handsome.
You'll know you're ready. You know you're ready aligns. Harness your spirit tools. Present it in reality. Does anyone get ringing in the air? Sometimes I do, but that might be because, I'm around all this damn technology. Because I don't think it's supposed to be that way. Later. It's the study long, study wrong. Ooh, that's interesting. Study long, study wrong.
Well, you can just read a lot, but also interpret.
Well, yeah, you have to let things digest as well. Like, you could read a lot, but if you're just like going through a bunch of material, like it's kind of hard to really digest it. Guys, I've not read all of any of the books of remembrance individually yet. I've not read them straight through because I'll just read one chapter or really a few verses and I'll just be thinking about all these other precepts that they align with. And I'm trying to gain more understanding because I'm like, no, there's something deeper here. Like, that's how I do things. So I don't like rush through the books and stuff like that.
Yeah, I be looking at you confused. I'm like, just read it. Like, you don't have to.
No, I can't.
No,
I can't study like that.
Like, I do a similar course. But I'm also blessed to study.
Well, that's kind of your strength though. You like reading straight through a lot, and that's also something that's very
Cause I notice
strong.
when I interpret things, it's actually usually like I just be feeling out in my spirit. I just be like.
Mm-hmm. The first choice is a lot of the time the correct choice. The first time, bingo, bingo. That's what they tell you on multiple choice tests too, right? Usually your first choice is usually the right one, right? That's what they tell you, right? They tell you that for a reason. It's not only for multiple choice, but it's for a lot of things in life. Usually your first choice is usually the correct one. But it's not always that. Like, don't get me wrong. Listen to your body, bro. Listen to your body. You know, put a little bit of logic into it and see, like, just I don't even know how to explain this, bro. First of all, we need to be eating correctly. We need to be aligned. We have to have our body aligned, have it healthy, have our brains functioning. So we need to get some sort of exercise in, right? We have to cut down as much of the processed food, as the processed sugar and stuff like that, as much as we can, and eat cleanly, for one. Two, we have to make sure that we have a relationship with the heavens, with the Most High, with the angels and stuff like that. It's all about body, mind, and spirit. It's all about those three things. When we have those three things aligned, we can't be lied to.
Also, if you notice when you fast, usually like I know when I fast, that's why I look at you when you be like, oh, let's just fast, like there's nothing wrong with that because that's innocence. But I feel like when you fast, you have to have some real dedication to a goal that you actually want to do. You know, a reason that you're doing it. It's not just fasting just for fasting, because but it's like whatever that goal is. And you can fast just because you feel like you want to fast. That's also a part of your spirit. That's also her telling you to fast. That's also, But usually it's like gotta be that you have to feel passionate about it.
Yeah, fasting is very important. It resets your body,
It's a ritual.
and it pretty much it gets rid of the bad ailments. It allows your body to heal itself
But
and stuff like that.
above fasting itself, what are you fasting for? Remember, you could fast, but if you don't have love behind it, what's the point?
It's true.
The reason our first parents didn't want to eat the food, it's not like they labeled it as fasting or anything, but the reason they didn't want to eat the food of the earth is because they didn't want to go further into their fallen state and get used to the food that was not like in the Garden of Eden, right? They feed their flesh rather than their spirit. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So they desperately wanted to get back to Eden, so they would continuously remind themselves of it by not eating the food that would feed their flesh and not their spirit, so that they would remain in their spiritual state. Reading something like that, I was just like, at the time, that's why I started fasting so much. It's cause I'm like, man, I'm not even close to like, that, but it was just a passion I had at the time. Like, that was just my reasoning. But
Second guessing and confusion is low frequency, Satan tug of war. Oh man, you hit it. You hit the nail on the head, bro. Second guessing is like that tug of war. Oh my, yo, you said that perfectly, bro. Whoa.
that,
Because he wants you to pretty much he wants to take away from your choice, like that you already made. Like if you're second guessing it, it's because he wants you to not go down that path, pretty much. Damn, you hit the nail on the head. That was great. Thank you for that. Um, Eating flesh causes brain fog. It does. You're right about that. It
eating
does.
flesh,
Eating meat, it does cause brain fog.
it does. It
Well,
does cause some type of
like yeah,
inflammation.
well, more so like cattle meat, like fish, not as much, but stuff like other cattle meat, yeah, it does.
Because I felt like the thing that gave me the most brain fog was honestly eating carbs.
Well, everyone's body's different, but let your mind rule over your body. Let your soul rule over your mind. Whoa.
But did that make
But
sense what I was saying? I'm sorry. I'm,
yeah, no, it did.
I'm thinking.
No, I'm
Oh,
getting to their comments. Um, let your mind rule your body. Let your soul rule your mind. Well, they have to work in tandem, but I wouldn't use the word rule. If you could elaborate, please do. Elaborate, please. Gut is your second brain. Please see it as that. Wow. Gut is your second brain.
who said that? Wait,
That
your gut is your second brain?
yeah. That's true. When you
It
control
is.
your gut, you control your whole body.
It's true. It's
As
like
it what? So you're gonna say?
I was just gonna say it unlocks all your chakras.
Isaiah 66, verse 3 and 4. We're not supposed to kill or eat any animal. Really? Isaiah 66. You go to that, verse 3.
Okay.
Or she's getting the scripture. I am plant life. We all are. I've been listening to Dr. Sebi, Dr. Lala Africa, and Yaki when it comes to being one with Yah. Okay. I even thought I was losing my hearing. Went to test, but all seemed normal. Uh, I later heard it. Maybe Angel trying to get my attention. Maybe,
Wait, we heard what?
maybe.
I didn't really understand what they said.
Um, she thought that she was losing her hearing, but she went to the doctor and it was fine. So she thought it was an angel trying to get her attention.
Oh, you mean the woman from before?
No, could you go to Isaiah 66? I need to order all of them ASAP. All of what? I haven't read all of any one book since being blessed to be here today. I have a lot of reading to do, bro. Like, come on, like it's too many.
Here.
Thank you. He that killeth an ox is as if he slew a man. He that sacrificeth a lamb, as if he cut off a dog's neck. He that offereth an oblation, as if he offered swine's blood. He that burneth incense, as if he blessed an idol. Yea, they have chosen their own ways, and their soul delighteth in their abominations. I will choose their delusions. I will bring their fears upon them, because I have called, none did answer. When I spake, they did not hear. But they did evil before mine eyes, and chose that in which I delighted not. But is that really saying that you shouldn't eat animals, though? I don't know.
It sounds like he's talking about something particular.
That does sound kind of particular, but I don't know. Let me know what you think, though. Dr. Sebi looked like Quetzalcoatl. Did he? She speaking facts? Yeah. They thought you were speaking facts. I was just,
That's what it said in the book.
yeah, I know that's what it said in the book. Best thing to connect to earthly mother is fasting in her angel's embrace. Yes, it is. It is. You should always fast with spiritual purpose. Yep, that's true. 7 days and bring this, and excuse me, and this bring us back to the heavenly Father. Yeah, that's in the Essene Gospels. Well, even like intermediary fasting, that's just something that we should do just for just health reasons in general, because all health reasons are all spiritual.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, if you want to do it, like, that's why I also said if you feel a need to just fast in any way, like, you feel a need to do it, it's out of spiritualness. But I'm talking about, like, you know how you said, oh, I'm going to fast today, but you didn't end up doing it, right? You probably didn't feel that spiritual need to do it. You feel me? Does that make sense? I don't know.
No, but I understand what you meant in
Like, you
general.
didn't feel that spirit. Because when I was, like, fasting, right? Maybe this is just my personality, but I would make sure if I said that I'm gonna fast 3 days this week, I'm gonna fast 3 days this week. Like no matter what. But also, you know what I didn't do? I also didn't put on myself to just be like I'm gonna fast 3 days in a row. No, I'm gonna be like this week, so it's easier. You know what I mean? I hope I'm making sense.
Yeah, but just don't use me as an example because that's not necessarily why. But
Yeah, I don't know, but I know that I don't feel um like spiritually motivated if I'm just not connect or I don't see the point in it. Like, if that makes sense. Like, I could say now, oh, I'm gonna fast, but now I don't have the sort of goal or something.
hey, some people are real goal oriented, and some people they do things differently. So I understand
Yeah,
what you mean, but I said just speak for yourself.
yeah.
In my culture, it was common practice to learn the ancient art of astral traveling to be able to get a bird's eye view of the land and planet. This is why our astrology is strong and is strong. All of Polynesia had ancient universities called Wanaga, bringing dimensional realities out. Be careful, bro. They might call you a devil worshiper and a witch and all this other stuff. You talking about astral projection and stuff like that.
What's actual projection?
It's pretty much like your soul almost leaving your body to being able to
Oh,
view things from a different perspective. Cattle know who owns them, and donkeys know their master feeds them. But that is no, but that is more than my people Israel know. They don't understand at all. The spirit dominates the soul, and through the soul it dominates the body. Thus, the mind must yield itself to control of the spirit. The spirit dominates the soul, through the soul it dominates the body. Thus, the mind must yield itself to control the spirit. Oh, yeah, I understand what you mean now. So, yeah, and our body is feminine, so we do need to tell our bodies what to do. No, you're right
yeah.
about that.
It's
You're,
true.
you're right about that.
That's why
We
I
just have
say.
to live in tandem with them. What were
That's
you
why
going
I
to say?
say the passion. It comes with the discipline because when you know. When it's not like everyone, I'm not gonna say everybody, but I'm just gonna say you doing like you saying to yourself, okay, well, I'm gonna do this because this is what's gonna further connect me to the Most High. That's cool. It's like you have some type of thing that's gonna keep yourself disciplined to know for a fact, okay, this is what I'm gonna do to get what I want. That's it, you know. So that has to do with fasting as well. Like, what are you fasting for? So if you're indecisive, naturally, like you said, like your body feminine, you won't be able to direct it. If that makes sense. I don't know.
No, you're right. Let me see. What do you do when in debt? No money, homeless, desiring to heal and be a blessing? What do you do when in debt? No money, homeless, desiring to heal and be a blessing? You, I mean, you just do what you can. Everyone should be doing what's in their power, right? If I have nothing, then I'll just do what I can, right? If someone is rich, then they probably have more responsibility to do other things, right? Right now, I'm just doing what I can. Like, I'm not rich. I'm, you know, 26, staying with my grandparents trying to save money to just buy an apartment right now, right? I can't save the world right now in that way. So I just help other people. Um, I research and I just do what I can. I pray every day for my people, right? And that's just what I do. I do what I can. So everyone should just be able to do what they can, no matter what their circumstances are. Secrets of Enoch. I've never even heard that book
Wait a
before.
second. Let me see. Was that what
Um, I don't know what chapter that is. I don't know. I forgot what L means. I think that means 50. So maybe that's 65, verse 3. When the Lord or cradle demands bread, or candles, or flesh, or any sacrifice, then that is nothing. But God demands pure hearts, and with all that all te- and with all that all oh my gosh. Sorry, it's getting dark. And with all that only test the hearts of man. Okay, that's a great precept, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
that's actually what I was reading.
Oh, it was? Hey, maybe we shouldn't be eating meat then.
Why you say that?
I mean,
I just don't really see
I
the
mean,
point of eating meat, to be honest. I don't know.
no, I feel you. I feel you.
If I get all my stuff from like the land, I don't care. Like,
I provided all grains. Oh, excuse me. I provided all kinds of grain and all kinds of fruit for you to eat. But for all the wild animals and for all birds, I have appointed grass and leafy plants for food. And it was done. Okay, okay, okay.
what? I don't really get it. Like, you just reading out loud. I don't know what he's saying. Oops.
I just read the scripture.
Oh, but does it have to do with like us eating meat?
I provided all kinds of grain and all kinds of fruit for you to eat. But for all the wild animals and for all the birds, I provided grass and leafy plants for food. But either way, bro, because the Book of Remembrance says um that fish is actually an element of righteousness, so that's something that was eaten, you know. So I have to.
You have to also know the context. That's why I was also confused. Like, you gotta know the context of the scripture too. Not saying that that's wrong or something, but
I'm just saying, bro. Like, there's that too. One must always exercise so that the spirit may direct his mind. Of course, we admit that this is not an easy thing to do. Do you mean physical exercise or like you mean spiritual exercise? You bless other people, bro. Yeah, that's what you can do. You can bless others. This is Yantara. This how deities are born, learning all elements of the mind. Brother, our culture is no different from the yogis, Tibetan monks, to train and dedicate their whole lives to. I mean, it seemed like that. That's why they were talking about how the Maori are related to the quote unquote Aryans and stuff. Do you watch Big Judah? Yeah, I do. I mean, it's hard to catch every single last one of his videos when I work on my own, but I try to catch as many as I can. Maintain your lane till you can properly switch. Yeah, that. Oh man, this dude, man, this brother coming out with the quotes. Maintain your lane till you can properly switch. Whew, that's fire. I like that one, bro. Man, my heart was directing me to the rainbow body of ancient Tibet and yogi masters. Yeah, yeah. They really got a lot of the knowledge, man. Them yogis. It is specifically the blood that we shouldn't consume. Oh yeah, absolutely. And I think they were talking about that. But it's almost impossible for you to eat meat or to take out all the blood out of meat.
No, you
So
cook meat. No, you
yeah, but
cook
that's
meat.
not cooking. That's not taking the blood out. That's just cooking the blood.
Mm.
Like gravy is pretty much the blood, seasoned and cooked.
It's not the fat. It's the fat and the blood. I think.
I mean, it's
It's the
partly blood.
blood.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Isaac liked to eat of the venison. So what about that? That's a good point. That's a good point. The fish eating is something they did. Jeremiah 8 and 8. I was born in Africa, Cameroon, been studying a lot and realized there is good magic. So I don't know. Well, I mean, yeah, of course. I just I pray about everything. Like I released a lot of books, right? I still have a lot of books to release. I've not I've not practiced any of it. Okay, I've been led to do that.
Yeah.
So not everything. I'm not doing every single thing. Just because I share a book, that doesn't mean I'm doing everything in the book. You know. Hold up. I'm late. I guess so. How can you say that you are wise and that you know my laws? Look, the laws have been changed by dishonest scribes. Your wise men are put to shame. They are confused and trapped. Jeremiah 8 and 8. I don't have a phone, so I can't look that up. That's why I'm vegetarian. It's just easier. I'm mainly a vegetarian. I eat mainly fruits and vegetables from time to time. Like because I'm living in someone else's house and my grandma be getting mad, I'd be succumbing. I'm just like, all right, fine, I'll eat it. Cause she'll spend hours in the kitchen making it, and she'll look sad, and I'm like, all right, I'll eat some of it. But usually, for the most part, like I don't eat meat like that. I just don't. It is easier though because I'm not worrying about, oh, is this abominable? Is this not? Like I'm not worrying about all that, and it's easier. He's been teaching about magic and Daniel. Jesus is more using or being trained by magic. You should watch his latest and share your thought. I've already seen that video. I've seen his videos. Like we were the person who told him about the Messiah having a wand is the same person who told me. So yeah, I already know. And I've been touching on that stuff a little bit on my channel and stuff. I touch on the elements of righteousness and stuff like that. It's not necessarily magic. It's just using the earth, right? Each each creation has a different um feeling that is part of the Most High. So for example, as I've touched on the willow tree, it contains the feeling of being intertwined with the Most High, right? So I use that willow tree in my hand and I pray for someone else that the spirit of the Most High can be intertwined with them and they can feel at one with the Most High. That's technically magic, right? Because I'm using wood the same way a magician does. So I've been touching on that stuff for a while actually. I just didn't know that the Messiah literally had a wand, but that didn't that's not surprising to me because I already knew he was using the elements and stuff. I just didn't put it together. That's why we have to cook the meat thoroughly, well done. Well, even if you cook it well done, it's still hemoglobin. You're still consuming the blood. It's just cooked blood. And I'm not saying that that's unlawful or anything, but I don't know, bro. I don't really get into all that. I don't tell people what's right or wrong to do because we still ate fish. So I mean, people can't really get around that. Fish is still meat, and fish has blood in it, so it's kind of hard to get around that. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean it was good. Keep in mind, we are going into captivity because we keep breaking thou shalt not kill, it's a Yahweh law violation. Like, I agree. I agree. And it's not, and that's actually the earth's law when you read the Essene Gospels, right? But But again, the book of Remembrance talks about how bread and fish are actually an element of righteousness. They are protection. They're actually signifying the friendship that you have with the Messiah when you eat bread and fish, right? So I can't say that, oh, I can't say that. Not right now, you know, not right now. I'm a deer hunter, so that's something that always goes through my head about Isaac eating the venison. You're a deer hunter? I had to go through that too. I kept telling uh I don't know who that is, but I'm vegan and now she has made changes to her diet. Oh, your grandmother, 84 years old. They're watching us. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You know what it is though? It's kind of like it's just uncomfortable to eat how I want to eat in someone else's crib. It's just uncomfortable. But I'm probably going to full on start doing that really soon because I'm gonna have to go on another long fast. I already did like a 50-day fast a few months ago. If you guys noticed in some of my live streams, I was skin and bones because I was fasting. I just didn't tell anyone. But I did it for 50 days. But I want to do it again. And then after that, I'm probably just gonna be on my vegetables. Cause after that 50-day fast, I went crazy, bro. I ate everything. And I was just like, you know what? I don't want to do that again. I want to do it right. The most I just showed us, I mean, excuse me. Well, I'm tripping, bro. It's dark in here. I don't know where my sister went. She got to turn on this light. But the most I just us to show him dedication and effort in keeping his laws and guidances of and statutes of love right now. The Most High is purifying the earth and slowly maturely getting us where we got to be in his righteousness. No, I definitely agree with that. And that's why I don't want to go around telling people, what they should or shouldn't do. I only, talk for myself and say, all right, well, this is what I'm going to do. This is what the scriptures say, right? And some scriptures say pretty much like, you know, fish is okay. Um, and some scripture says no meat is okay. So I don't know. Which one do you believe? I let someone else deal with that. That's not really my responsibility. Ask the Most High. Ask the Most High if it's okay to eat meat. That's the better thing to do. And not be bound by book, because you are the book. Not magic, but power. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's just what they call it today. That's actually what the other nations called our stuff. They called us magicians and stuff like that because they don't understand it. That's not being a magician. Knowing about all the herbs and stuff, that's being a magician too. Did you know that? Knowing, what herb heals your body and stuff like that. You know, what concoction should you take, uh, you know, to heal yourself. That's magic, bro. Like, they put all that stuff in pills and sell it to you for big money. How is that not being a magician? You'll go to a magician, a doctor. He's a magician because he puts, or a chemist. They're magicians, right? You go to them and spend your money, but when it comes to us, oh, it's so wicked. Nah, bro. Nah, I ain't listening to that. I ain't listening to that. Isn't the correct translation "Thou shalt not murder" instead of "kill"? Exactly, exactly. I was thinking about that, but I forgot to say it. It is "Thou shalt not murder." You know. But One Nation One Power is still going crazy about it being evil. You know what? I'm over them, bro. I'm over them because what I pretty much got last week is to stop. Like, they're a distraction. They literally are a distraction. They're literally being used as a distraction. So I'm not even gonna worry about them anymore. They could do what they want. They have the free agency. They want to say it's wicked. Okay, well, that's their stop. That's their bus stop. But I'm going all the way to the gates. I'm not stopping halfway. Like, nah, I'm good. Everything shouldn't have to be spelled out to the letter. It's basic righteous or wicked. No, it's true. The Messiah is of South American blood, separated by water, connected by power of words. We are waiting one. What were you trying to say? What were you trying to say, bro? Are you mean that he was born in South America? Maybe. Maybe. That or Ethiopia. It's one of the two. I don't see it anywhere else. Uh, the fruitarians say that our mouth and designed is that of the primate family, eating fruits and herbs and vegetables. Well, uh, I don't know, bro. Like I've had a lot of these debates before with myself, and I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't think it's that big of a deal because there's things saying yes to it and there's things saying no to it. They saying man is always subject to error. Pretty much, like follow your spirit. Follow your spirit. That's what I said. Ask the Most High. Stop worrying about what's in these books and stuff. Just ask the Most High. Should you eat meat? Ask the earth. Should I eat meat? And leave it at that. Just leave it at that. 50 days, no food, no water. Nah, hell nah. What? It was only no food. I even drank juice. Like I just didn't have food, right? And that was one of the hardest things I've ever did. But this time, I'm just gonna do water. That was really hard. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. You'll feel better when you start consecutively saying no thank you. To whom? So I give up on social slash YouTube Israelite teachings. It's been great, but all this black teachers going in on each other's ridiculous, seeking within, have good intention, seek the will of the Most High, and He will lead. You said it. Spiritual, read Spiritual Alchemist. What is that? Spiritual Alchemist. Is that a book? But yeah, listen, it is what it is, bro. Like, I'm not even worrying about what they're doing. I'm just going to focus on those who are, on the same wave, pretty much, on the same wavelength, you know. I'm worrying about returning Shavua to the earth. I'm not really worrying about what everyone else is doing. Everyone has their free will, but just because they call themselves an Israelite doesn't make them my brother. Like, I don't mean that. So it is what it is, bro. I'm all about standing on top of the mountain, and if you want to come up here, then you can come up here, but I'm not going down there. You can enjoy it down there. I'm up here. I'm not coming down. Veggies and fruits. I gored on a vegan buffet. Oh man, it's great. No, listen, I went fully fruits and vegetables, and I actually felt very, very good. Right, I did feel good, but in some way, I felt like my body was also kind of breaking down, and maybe it's because I'm just not getting enough nutrients because the earth is kind of dying, and I'm not growing my own stuff. That could be the reason, right? It's probably the reason. But I did notice that, you know, I wasn't getting the same nutrition level of nutrition. I wasn't able to build muscle at all. Like it was just like what like I felt like a stick. But maybe it's just because the fruits and vegetables are just not as strong as they once were. That could be the big reason. Magic from Maui meaning priest or magi or magi. It means priest. Wow. I know it meant priest, but it makes sense. Yeah, when they go to the periodic table and start concerning themselves with manipulating elements and chemicals for medicine, that is witchcraft. Well, there's a good way and a bad way to do things, but my point is that all of this medicine that they're taking, in fact, the juice that they're drinking, that was made by understanding how many elements are in this and that and stuff like that. Like that this scene in Breaking Bad where that dude, I forgot his name, but he made coffee and it was so good and he was like, "Yeah, well, cuz he understands he's a chemist pretty much, right? Chemistry is also a part of cooking when you understand how much of this needs to go in here and everything like it forms a reaction, everything is a recipe. You could say that that's magic too. So you can't just pick out one thing just because the church has demonized it. Like That's foolish. That's foolish. But that being said, I'm not saying to practice anything without asking the Most High. Don't get it twisted. Because again, I've gotten a lot of books and I've not felt the need to practice anything quite yet, other than, the sigils and stuff. That stuff seems like okay. But some of the stuff in the book is telling people, well, you could use garlic and you can attract your one true love and you could put love potions on people. Like, I'm no, hell nah. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing nothing that will take away someone's free will. That's not what I'm about to do. So if that's the type of, magic that's talking about, I'm not with that. Right? I'm not doing stuff like that. So I'm not saying every single thing in these books are great. But you ask the Most High, you don't be afraid, bro. I'm not living in fear. All this other stuff. Like, what am I living in fear for? This earth was made for us, as this book just said. Read Luke 5, verses 5 through 11. They got caught in violation, repented, turned away, and stopped doing that. Again, my sister's phone's not here, so I can't look it up. But I'll probably have to look it up after the stream. Me too. One Nation One Power is low frequency, Satan a literal distraction. Pray for them. Pray for those people, man. To pray for those people. And if you don't want to, just leave them alone, bro. Because just thinking about them is low frequency. Like, they're not on my mind at all. Like, they weren't until you brought them up. Even though they were before, after, the Most High told me what he told me, I was like, yeah, I ain't worried about them no more. I'm through. All the way to the gates. I feel that, bro. Yeah. Anything less, like, you should not worry about what anyone is doing, right? That's why I always tell people, do not look up to me as anything, because if I start going off, what are you going to do? This is just fellowship, bro. That's all this is. What are you doing?
Wait.
Yeah.
The brightness is way too high.
Well, turn on the light, then.
Huh?
Turn on the lamp. Because I can't. The stream is dark. Let me see. They're being deceived, teaching the same thing. Well, that's what happens, bro. Like, you have to really remain humble in all your ways. And, a lot of those people, they're stuck. They're stuck. The Most High sent me a dream. And I wasn't going to share this because I was already done. But I'll just say it because y'all bringing it up. But I had a dream I was back in my pop's house. And this dude is nitpicking me at everything. I was trying to live righteously, right? I was trying to do my thing. And he kept nitpicking me. And then one of the times I heard he had Ayul's voice. And I was just like, what the hell? And then I woke up and I understood what that dream meant. It meant that those people are pretty much in the same position that I was with my father in his house. They're getting oppressed pretty much and they don't really know how to get out of it. So pray for them, bro. They need our prayer. That's what I pretty much got out of it. Is like, they need our prayer, bro. Like, okay, you can think that, certain people, like, he might be wicked or the leaders or whatever. Maybe they are, but they need our prayer, bro. And just leave it at that. Leave them alone. If they're being deceived, then we got to pray for them. And just leave it at that. The brother on Children of Light 24 channel has very good lessons about eating flesh. It helped me turn the corner. All right, I'm going to check that out. If I like one of his videos, I'll share one. What I'm learning from this is one word: balance. It's all about balance. It is all about balance. Because we don't need to live like super brews, bro. Like, we don't have to do that. Some of these laws were written in by the Levites, right? Because they don't understand what righteousness really is about. So they'll make up a bunch of things for themselves, right? So I'm not really trying to follow over righteous laws either, right? If I have a question about something or you have a question about something, let's not debate about it. Let's just ask the Most High. Let's cut out all that and just ask the Most High, because that's how contentions start. And that's how you have people, they get real up in their pride and they think that, like, anything that is talking about anything that has to do with magic is wicked. Like, that's when that starts to happen. So it's better to just pray about it, bro. Pray about it. Every individual pray about it, right? I've had someone ask me, are certain, like, sexual positions lawful. And I'm just like, bro, that's not my business. Why don't you ask the Most High? Like, I can't give you a scripture that talks about that. So if you feel like there's a problem, ask him. What is your body telling you, and what is the Most High telling you? I can't answer those questions, bro. Like, I'm not anyone's prophet, bro. I'm not gonna answer those questions. That's weird. It's a body shock, and that's listen. That might be a weird example for some people, but I'm trying to let you know that that's kind of how we should look at things. Look at things like it's weird to ask questions that aren't really like plainly stated, right? If things are not plainly stated and you still feel like there's something wrong with it, ask the Most High. Just don't debate with man about it because they don't know anything. They don't know nothing, bro. They're growing seedless. Eh. I love salmon, and I miss seeding watermelon as it's hard to find. Looking for genuine people who have the good seeds. Well, that's what life is about, bro. It's definitely about finding, your lost family and people who are on the same wavelength. Let me see. Let me see. The main purpose of spiritual alchemy is the purification of the body spiritually and the return of the soul back to the oneness of God. Spiritual alchemy. That's the second time you said that. Is that a book? Or is that like a term that I have to look into? Spiritual alchemy. There's no point in continuing to speak on one nation with power. Let the Most High handle them. Yeah, that's pretty much what I got. I was like, listen, stop worrying about them. I was like, all right, cool. I'm done. I was baptized by them, but no regrets. Just part of the pilgrim process journey. Remember, we were traveling. Bro, who cares, bro? Like, I don't mean nothing. Like, I don't mean nothing. And I have a verse in the Nag Hammadi that says that, there's gonna be like bro, I didn't want to say this, bro, but it talks about there's like a wicked one who's going to baptize with water wrongly, and the Messiah is gonna be there to correctly do it for them. So, be not righteous over much, neither make thyself over wise. Why shouldest thou destroy thyself? Exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys, man. Like, there's no point. Like, we don't have to do all that. You don't have to do all that. Like, just ask the Most High if you really have like a question about something that you don't know, and there's no precepts about it, right? If people are making up precepts, then that's how you know they're reaching. You don't have to be over righteous, bro. That's not what righteousness is about. Righteousness is about humility, humbling yourself to the Most High, to the Holy Spirit, to the earth. It's about balance. That's what righteousness is about. It is not about, you praying a certain time. No, I'm not on one. You praying like, oh, like you have to pray this many hours a day in order for you to be righteous. It's not what righteousness is. That's not what it is. Be not over much wicked, neither be thou foolish. Why shouldest thou die before thy time? Exactly, bro. Thank you for that scripture. So true, brother. When I hear over righteousness, I think of Matthew 11:30. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. I mean, what did they say? Like they tried to make it out like, oh, if you drink too much wine, and it's really talking about juice, like 100% juice and stuff like that. When it's talking about how the Messiah drank wine, I don't think it's talking about alcohol. But either way, whether it was or not, it's not the point. They were trying to use the quote unquote law against him, and he's just like, there's no law against this. This stuff you're making up, right? That's the point. Like, I'm not trying to follow after the Pharisees' laws, right? I understand there's a reason why they do certain things, but they're not hard laws. They're not. They're not. Let me see. I was in religion, learned a lot, and came out. One Israelite told me in comments I was using the wrong words. They don't use that here. What? Do you guys ever see me correct anyone on the names that you guys use? You could use any name around me. I'm not going to correct you. you know. Oh, why'd you? What did she do? What did she do? Did you do that by accident? Baptized with the wrong knowledge? I guess you could look at it that way. But it was talking about water baptism in general. It was talking about that in the Nag Hammadi. My brother Wim, he know the scripture. I don't have it with me. But yeah. Baptism by water is a symbol to the Most High and change to, excuse me. Baptism by water is a symbol to the Most High and change. The true change comes from Kahe, Holy Spirit, through fire. Yeah. Hey, sister Rebecca, why'd you time out her? Why'd you time her out? What was that for? What was that for? Anyway, there's nothing wrong with water baptism, but that's not. You don't need that to get into the kingdom, bro. Like that's not. I don't. That's not it, bro. That doesn't really make sense. Accident. Okay. Okay. Let me see. I don't remember where we were, guys. I haven't read this in like 30 minutes or so. Okay, let's start here. Concretely, you can do this by giving more attention to the signals your body is sending you. The body is an extraordinary rich instrument. It is not a mere shell of material frame you cloak your soul in. Your soul manifests itself in and through the body. Through the body, your soul speaks to you much more directly than through your thoughts. Make it a habit to frequently ask your body how it is feeling. Is there tension or pain somewhere? Direct your attention to those areas. Ask for the emotion behind the bodily sensations. Do not make it too hard on yourself. Do not think. What emotion could be possibly hiding here? Feel what is there. If you don't feel anything, let it go for a while. The answer will come to you. Wait patiently. The attention you direct toward those tense and painful spots has already been beneficial. If you do this every day, you get used to going within continually and aligning yourself with what goes on inside of you, instead of letting your energy unconsciously be absorbed by the hectic outside world. By going within frequently, you connect stronger and stronger with your unique individual flow of energy. Your intuition becomes clear and you are able to stay more attuned with what fits you and what not. As a soul, you have chosen to incarnate in an earthly body. Through that incarnation, by becoming flesh and blood, you wanted to know yourself more profoundly. The more you are connected with the earth and your body, the more fully you are incarnated. The more fully you are incarnated, the more you are able to realize your soul's longings in the realm of the earth. It is possible then to only partially incarnate. Yes, it is. If it is difficult for you to feel your body and therefore you also have trouble connecting to your emotions, you are only partly incarnated. Part of your consciousness has not fully been anchored in your body and does not feel at home there. This causes feelings of unrest, irritability, and insecurity. So you have to be aligned with your body. You will never find peace if you're not aligned with your body, if you're not comfortable within your own skin, if you're not telling yourself the absolute truth. This is how unrest, irritability, and insecurity peak in. You have to love your body. Love the spirit that's in your body. Love the intertwinement that it represents. The love that happened, of creation with the Heavenly Father, Father Sky, Mother Earth. There are spiritual traditions on earth which encourage you to transcend the body and which place the realm of heaven in opposition to the realm of earth. But heaven and earth are not adversaries. Just like soul and body are not opposites, they are meant to complement and mutually enrich each other. The heaven you are looking for, the home you long for, is present in all the cells of your body. Do you guys realize this? Heaven is on this earth. We change this earth, we bring the kingdom. That's how it works. The light that you call God, truly valuing the realm of earth than it is to transcend it. I welcome you and invite you to use my healing powers for your self realization. As above, so below. Exactly. Everything is aligned. We're not just at one with all the physical plane, we're aligned with the spiritual plane as well. I also like to tell you what you can do for me. Many of you would like to know this because you are concerned about the condition I am in. If you ask me, Earth, what can you do for me? My answer is accept me, appreciate me, enjoy me. This is the calling that sounds from my heart to you reading this. Bless me with your loving attention. I ask you for a blessing. You are gods in the making. Wait a minute, is that not scripture? Ye are gods? Does it not say that in the Psalms? Hold up. Does it not say that in the Psalms, ye are gods? Do not underestimate the power of what you radiate with your consciousness. The moment you connect with a plant, an animal, a rock, oh, it's hard to see. You touch and influence their consciousness. You can treat an animal carelessly, for instance, as a means to satisfy your needs, or as a unique being who wants to be cherished as such. The way in which you approach the animal has a direct impact on its self-awareness, the way it feels about itself. If you bless it with your loving attention, with your spiritual knowing that you are part of one great consciousness, you awaken something in the animal. It will gain an experience, excuse me, it will experience a gain in life force, health, and self-awareness, and it will develop a bond with you which will affect both you positively. The same goes for all living creatures in nature. When you hold a flock of birds in the sky with a loving gaze, admire a colorful sunset, or feel thankful for a fine, nutritious meal, you bless the earth with your love. This is what I ask of you. Oh man,
Because
this
you
is so
already
edifying. It really is, bro. It really is. What do you say?
you say wow because you already feel that. You feel that
I
every
know
day.
that's why I'm saying wow, because I do these things and I've had this calling to do it. Guys, do you know before every meal, I say to the watchers, I say, you know, for all those that are present, you are loved, cherished, and respected. Thank you for your use. That's what I say to them every time. And I felt the need to start doing that. That's crazy, bro. I said every time, bro. This is why I felt like crap the other day. Because I hit a possum with a stick. Oh man. Oh man, I felt that, bro.
Why did they
Just,
hit a possum with a stick?
that's not my business.
That's not about it being your business.
It's not because he didn't share anything more, so I'm not gonna act more. But whether it was an accident or hopefully it wasn't on purpose, but either way, apologize to the earth, and that's it.
I only ask
Talk
that
it.
is because it literally says in the Essenes Gospel is if there's an animal like attacking your brother, you kill the animal.
Well,
So I don't know, like it's almost like having rats in your home. Like you're not gonna like
yeah, it does say in the Essene Gospel that if an animal is attacking you, then you gotta put it down, pretty much. But
there's rats invading your
but
home,
even so, you're still
infestation.
going to feel bad for doing it. You know, not necessarily like guilty, but you're gonna feel bad that it had to come that way to that, pretty much like bad that it had to come to violence, but not necessarily guilty.
Yeah,
because
this
you knew
is.
why you had to do
I
it.
mean, it's important to make that clear because there could be, there's a line to it. There's like a thin line of that understanding. Like, okay, maybe am I doing something right with them? Or if I'm doing something wrong.
Well, another thing, the reason why I also said that is because if you felt bad for doing it, then it probably was like something that was wrong to do. Like if he got a bad feeling from it, the earth's not gonna give you a bad feeling if the possum was gonna kill him. You know what I mean? That's why I was just like, yeah, it's not really my business. So the earth is asking us to just simply acknowledge her with our words, with our attention, with our gaze. Look at her and appreciate her, appreciate her beauty, appreciate what she does for us. That's what he's asking. That's how you develop a relationship with Pachamama. Every morning, give 5 minutes to the earth. Thank the earth for allowing you to be there and experience life with her. Just do it every day. Just do it every day. When you're praying in the morning, pray to the earth as well. In fact, if you guys don't know, there's a prayer that we should be saying in the morning as well as noonday every day.